people, happy Saturday, and you're tuned into the R&D show. We're your hosts. I'm Shard.
I'm Ryan.
And this is the R&D show.
Yeah.
Hey, happy Black History Month. Happy Black History Month to everyone. Hopefully everybody had an amazing week and you're having a great weekend. And, you know, I want to put this out there. Black History Month is the perfect time. If you're not even doing this already, but Black History Month will be the perfect time for you to go out and support a Black-owned business. And you can start by supporting our Black-owned business for free by hitting that subscribe button and sharing this video and thumbs up in this video. And of course, commenting, because the conversation is always really royal and amazing and great and on the R&D show.
Yes, sir. Show us some love.
Show us some love. And the love that we've been getting,
appreciate it.
Thank y'all, man. Y'all been lighting them comments up, and we appreciate it. And we try to respond to every last one of them. So thank y'all so much for all the love and support that you guys give us. We wanted to get in here and do a video and talk about a few things, starting off with Eminem,
Melanie, and Martell.
Eminem being Melody and Megan Thee Stallion, M, who I have officially crowned the People's Champ. They are definitely the People's Champ. And we want to spend some time giving them flowers so that y'all can understand why M are the People's Champ. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's give them the flowers.
Explain a little bit.
Yes, for sure. Go ahead.
Start off with Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion last Friday dropped a diss record. I guess you can consider it a diss record, but it's still an amazing record. She just dropped a record. And it's called Hiss. Hiss. And on this amazing record, she just said she wanted to get some stuff off of her chest and lay it to rest. And that's exactly what she did. She got a lot of things off of her chest.
She laid Nikki to rest.
R.I.P. That definitely happened. Because I was trying not to say certain names. I was trying not to say Nikki and Martell. I was trying to take a shot every time you hear Nikki or you hear, hey, it's Saturday, you ain't got to work, you got your shot glasses. Take a shot every time you hear Nikki or Martell.
Make sure you're being safe.
We'll be safe.
Yes, be safe. You got Uber, drink responsibly. Yes.
But nah, we're gonna try not to say not.
Oh, we need to take a shot then. Right. Every time we say it, where our shots at? Where's our tequila?
So she dropped Hiss, Hiss, and social media and everybody just went crazy, right? The blogs, everybody just went crazy. Even the news stations, everybody went crazy. And one person in particular went really crazy and spiraled out of control. But Megan Thee Stallion did not say any names. She did not even respond. She dropped the record and she went about living her best life, which was just an amazing thing.
Yeah, she just kept it moving. And, you know, like you said, if a hit dog is gonna holler, and Nikki hollered and hollered and hollered and hollered. So.
And hollered and hollered and kept hollering and wouldn't stop hollering and just hollered and hollered. It's very interesting because she hollered from Friday when his dropped to as of yesterday.
She was still going yesterday?
She was still hollering.
Oh, wow.
But we want to focus on the positive. The reason why Megan Thee Stallion is the People's Champ. Megan Thee Stallion is the People's Champ to me because yes, she dropped that record, and after that nothing else was said. She said nothing else as far as responding to anybody that had negative things to say about her, about the record. She did not respond to all of the terrible things that Nikki said on social media, Nikki's fans said, even some other people had said. She did nothing. She was living her best life.
Living my life like I'm going.
She was at parties, celebrating birthdays. And one of the biggest things that she did was she signed a distribution deal with Warner Brothers. She's because Megan is a independent artist. She has her. She's now making music under her own label. I think it's
That's dope.
Hot Girl
That's really
Productions or
dope.
whatever. Now her management is Rock Nation, which is a machine. You know, being managed by Rock Nation is an amazing thing, but management company and having an actual manager are not the same, right? So she doesn't have a manager. Her management is Rock Nation, independent, and somehow, because her work ethic is already there, she won 3 Grammys already. She has an amazing career. She's crossed over. She's done K-pop, and then also, you know, other pop music and other things. So she's a crossover artist. She has the appeal, and the success of what she's able to do by herself, I think, was easy for a big company like Warner Music Group to come in, want to negotiate some things. And let me tell you what she did, why she's the people's champ. Well, all the chit chat was going on and all of the negative stuff was being said about her signing a 360 deal and she don't even own her own masters and she doing all this and she's a puppet. She went in there and negotiated. Not only does she own all of her masters in publishing, but she's also able to sign artists, her own artists, under this deal.
That is dope.
That is so dope.
Yeah. She's creating a legacy, and she's able to bring up other artists to follow in her footsteps.
Absolutely.
And so, kudos to you, Megan.
And she just did a big celebration, you know, with those execs and some other people was in the room. That's how you win. Not only that, while this other person was spiraling out of control for a whole week, she was on Good Morning America, and she promoted, you know, she's about to drop the Hot Girl Summer Tour. She's gonna have a tour this summer, and her album's coming out. And she spoke nothing about that situation. Nobody did.
It sounds like she's taking a note from somebody.
Man.
Who do you think that might be?
I mean, you know. Yeah, I mean, the one and only Artist Development 101 Blueprint, the school of Matthew Knowles and Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter. Smartest thing to do is to remain unbothered.
Yes, sir.
Move in silence, drinking my water, minding my biz. Monday, I'm overrated. Tuesday, oh my. I'm just saying, it works. And it's been working. And Megan has just been leveling up. She's been leveling it up through all of these things, you know, coming out while she's in college and, you know, being a college student full time, working on her rap career, getting signed to a label that clearly didn't appreciate her, you know, it was a local label. Some things fell apart there. And then, you know, she gets a hit record and then she gets a hit album. She continues to go through the process. Some things start to fall apart with that label. The Tory Lanez situation happened. She gets shot. She doesn't say anything for a long time, but he keeps talking, antagonizing. And she says something. She speaks up, and her thing is she didn't want to say anything because she wanted to protect the black man. She said there was so much going on at that time, if you remember, in 2020, especially like during COVID and stuff like that. In that summer, there was so much police brutality that was going on against black men. And she said herself she didn't want to call the police because she was afraid that something would have happened. She didn't want to speak up and say anything because she was afraid something would happen to him. And she was really trying to protect herself, but more so protect him. But it's tough to protect somebody that's not also protecting you. You know what I mean? And I think that we can always ask to be protected, but as I said before, the most disrespected and unprotected people is black women. And I think at some point after Tory Lanez doing all the things that he did and other people doing the things that they were doing, she had no choice but to speak up for herself. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what she did. But as soon as she did that, there was so much backlash. Backlash from all these people that act as if what she was saying wasn't true. Why didn't she speak up sooner? And just coming at her left and right, shots fired for a few years. This was going on. And then during the court process, she had to deal with it and relive all of these things and see all these headlines and people bashing her and saying all these negative stuff. all while being someone who has lost her mom, lost her dad, and lost her grandmother. So the three pillars in your life that would be there to speak life into you, lift you up, love on you, and give you a shield of protection are no longer there. You know what I mean? And so, of course, that's going to send anybody probably dealing with something so detrimental to like their mental health into a spiral. And that's what she did. You know, she admits to starting to drink heavy because she was feeling depressed and trying to figure out how to crawl her way out of this dark space that she was in. The trial was over. She went into isolation. She didn't really say much to anybody. She stayed away for a while. She stayed off social media and she worked on herself just to come back and to finally drop a song. Well, she dropped two songs. Cobra, where she talked about her experience of being depressed and turning to alcohol and how her mental health was compromised and her shedding these layers of skin that no longer served her, because she now wants to walk into this new purpose of who I am today, walk into my greater destiny. And if you really listen to the words of that song, you'll understand, okay, I see what she did there. And I recognize the growth there. So that was the first song, Cobra, about her just really coming into her own after all these setbacks, all these things that transpired in her life, and how she shed that skin and revealed the new Megan Thee Stallion, you know? And this new Megan Thee Stallion drops another record last week and sent the whole internet, everyone, into a frenzy, especially a certain somebody. Dropped it, didn't say a word, but has been leveling up and winning and winning and winning. And this is why she is declared the people's champ.
Yes, sir. I mean, she stayed true to who she is. She did not respond to all the gibberish from Nicki. She was leveling up on her business deals. And that's what it's about.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
You know, it's about being your best self. Being your best you is the best way, the best revenge, you know?
Definitely.
Being your best you.
Definitely. And so we just want to give a shout out to Megan Thee Stallion.
Yes.
You know, giving you your flowers. You're amazing. Such an example for such a young lady. Like you're setting such a great example for these girls who look up to you, and teaching all of us more about how just everybody on mute has such a strong, is louder, should I say. Being on mute is louder than saying anything. When they go low, you went super high and you continue to soar even higher. And so congratulations on all the success. Congratulations on all of the new beginnings. And we look forward to this new album, your tour, and just seeing you continue to elevate and thrive and establish yourself as a global, worldwide icon in the music industry. So that's the Megan Thee Stallion.
That's the Megan Thee Stallion.
Now we're gonna move along to our other people's channel. There's been so much talk about her. Like, it's very interesting. I wonder if she sits back and just thinks to herself, like, wow, I didn't think that it would be this much of a conversation, but it's definitely a lot of a conversation. So much so that Yahoo News even wrote an article on that
saga.
On that guy. And said a lot of what we said, which is very interesting. There's a lot of similarities in there. But Melody Rogers, man, the people's champ. Why is Melody Rogers the people's champ? I think Melody Rogers is the epitome of strength through adversity. Mm-hmm. You think about season 1 up until now, And the fact that even before filming season 1, she had left Martell. You know, she had left the home and all the rest of that stuff a few times. Came back, you know, they did the show, and you can see them trying to work on, or her trying to work on her marriage. You know, she wanted her family. What happens is sometimes women get in situations where you also can have the man in that situation too, manipulating the situation and kind of making you feel as if this is it. You know, like it don't get no better than this. You got these kids. Who gonna want somebody that has all these kids? As if you're just damaged goods, like you're just damaged. What Melanie has done is something that a lot of women are either afraid to do, feel as if they can't do it because they don't have the courage, they don't have enough self-esteem, or they're comfortable. You know what I mean? Sometimes you become comfortable. I've been with this person for this long. We have these kids. We have all of these things that we've got together. Where am I going to go? How am I going to do this? Right?
Yeah. It becomes easy, you know?
And so many women have stayed in toxic, unhealthy relationships, and they don't feel seen, they don't feel heard, they don't feel respected. And they just, years pass. And it's kind of as if, as those years are passing, you can see that they're not happy. You can see that they feel like, I don't know if I even should be living anymore.
Yeah.
You know,
you see they lost some of their stuff. It's like a expedited death,
right?
You know, you just see the life being sucked out of them, and they're remnants of the person they were before. And, you know, in any relationship, you know, that person should be feeding life into you, not sucking life out of you. You guys should be feeding life into each other.
And just besides that, some women stay also because of tradition, you know, those traditional vows of till death do us part. And that's a tough expectation to live up to sometimes.
You know, God did not put you on earth to be miserable.
No, for real.
You know, to be miserable. You made a vow at that period of time. You know, under those circumstances, it might have felt right in that moment. But God wants you to enjoy your life. You know, just because you made a commitment 10 years ago doesn't mean you have to still, especially if things have changed, things that evolved, and that the way that person treats you has evolved and you've grown, then, you know, I think God wants you to be happy.
Absolutely. Because that trying to live up to death do us part has left so many women broken, battered, abused, bruised, and just in pieces when they came into the situation in peace. It's tough to actually, I guess, walk in your fullness and to walk in your full self and in your purpose when now you feel like you're broken into pieces and you feel like there's no escape. What Melanie has done, man, based off of like the comments, right?
Yeah.
Based off of the comments, based off of, I think, other YouTubers too, what she's done is she's created a whole new level of what it looks like when you choose yourself. When you decide, hey, this isn't my life and this doesn't have to be my life. This doesn't have to be the end. I can start over. I can start a new beginning that's even better than what it was. Because the thing about this situation is we've all come to realize that she was really the machine in this marriage. She was the one, the mastermind when it came to all of these amazing things that was happening. How do we know this? Because she continues to thrive and elevate with other businesses while the other person is declining so much that he's going on campaign tours to try to smear someone when it's just backfiring. Nothing is working in his favor. And so watching her literally like on social media, and she doesn't entertain none of that, and she's looking good, and the posts that she make are all about just like where she's at today in her life. it's just a beautiful thing
So she
to
hasn't
witness.
responded?
Oh, she ain't responded to nothing.
And Megan hasn't responded?
And Megan hasn't responded.
And they keep getting madder.
And they just keep getting madder and madder because when you have nobody to argue with, that is the definition of insanity. They are going insane because they keep trying to do things to get a reaction and they're not getting a reaction. Because what they've chosen to do is never let nobody make you react to war when you should be offering peace. They're not even reacting to war. They're saying nothing. They're just living in peace, and that's it. Silence is such the loudest disturbance of someone who has already decided to try to get a reaction and response to you. They are so disturbed by you not doing anything. They're disturbed by that silence that they can't even sleep at night. You live rent free in their head. Melody lives rent free in that guy's head. And it's crazy. Like, it's crazy to witness. It's crazy to watch. But we support Melody and what she's doing. We can't always give people what they want, right? Sometimes people want you to act a fool. But then when you do that, you now have given up your power. You now have put your position in life. You've compromised your position. You've compromised the level in which you reside on. In this situation, it's a giraffe to a turtle. Melody is a giraffe. Martell is a turtle, and if she decides to compromise her position and lower that position to get on his level, she can ultimately damage and hurt herself.
Absolutely. That's why it's just so critical for you to surround yourself with other giraffes and not with turtles, because you really belittle yourself and you dim your own light. And,
definitely.
And I think she's done a fantastic job of not allowing Martell to dim her light. Actually, he's making her light shine brighter.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Man, and that light is shining. It's so bright. I bet he can't come out his house without his sunglasses. Because it's super bright. And not only that, man, Megan and Melody are eagles. You know, and what do eagles do? They fly. They are a flight above the rest. You never see eagles with birds and or pigeons. You never see them on that level of, you know, a certain level of flight. They always soar above the rest. Being an eagle takes a lot of mind, body, soul, spirit, heart. All of those things have to be connected and intertwined on a certain level of frequency, because it's not easy to take that route of an eagle. You know, I think sometimes it's easier to be a birds of a feather, which flock together, or to be in the wilderness with pigeons. And so to watch them just continue to soar definitely is inspiring. It should be inspiring to anybody, because you don't always have to, not everything deserves a response. You know, you don't have to react to everything. You get to choose how you show up in spaces, the things that you say, and learn to separate yourself. Because sometimes in order to elevate, you have to separate, and that's what they've done. And that's why they are the people's champ. That's why everybody's going so hard for them and rooting for them, because they have chosen to operate on a different level and to not allow all of these negative things that could be happening to them to happen to them. Because it could be that's what people want it to be, but that's not what's happening. We continue to see them win, man. Like they are actually winning, and it's just a beautiful thing. So shout out again to Megan Thee Stallion and Melody Rogers, the people's champ.
People's champ.
The people's champ. Man, we love to see it. We absolutely love to see it.
We love to see you shining. Keep shining.
Definitely.
Like a diamond.
And women, you know, women, wise women, girls, young girls, or should I say, yeah, young girls who are in situations that are not conducive for a healthy living, healthy lifestyle, your mental health, your heart, your mind, body, and soul. Take note. Really take note. Read some of these comments and see what some of these women have been through, and find your inspiration. Start pulling your strength from somewhere, because sometimes we need to see somebody escape a situation to understand that there is life outside of this. What's on the other side of fear? It's freedom, right? And a lot of times we're scared to do something because we don't know how we're going to survive, how we're going to make it. But there's so much freedom on the other side of fear. You just have to get there.
Yeah.
You just have to give yourself permission to get there.
Yeah, I always say I run towards my fear, because on the other side of fear is liberation. Same thing, freedom. So, yep.
And if that isn't enough for you, put on Beyonce, Me, Myself, and I, and just keep it on repeat. Like, because Melody's a prime example. Me, Myself, and I, that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. Ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'm going to be my own best friend. I can't believe I believe it. Nah. But yeah, we want to come in and salute these two amazing Black women who are inspiring to so many people. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know we said a whole lot, but
you said a whole lot.
Well, I said a whole lot. I wanted to make sure
I said
that I got
a little bit.
You know,
he said a whole lot.
Make sure it came out. And we gave them, we give you your flowers.
For sure.
So congratulations to Melody and Megan Thee Stallion, the People's Champ.
Yes, sir.
We are rooting for you. We got y'all.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Please keep doing it, because we love to see it. You know what I'm talking about? All right, we're about to come back with another video, so hopefully y'all enjoyed this one.
Yes, sir.
Peace.